I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathin'.
Y'all, Taraji P. Henson don't bite her tongue. 30 years in this industry, an Oscar nomination, seen the dark side of Hollywood up close.
You know, after so many years of being told by the industry, oh, no one knows you overseas, and then I get overseas and they're like, Taraji, please, picture. That still throws me. I just came back from Cannes. And it's the age range for me. It's like the grandma all the way down, sometimes to the great-grandchildren.
And at the 2026 Met Gala, Taraji was the only name in that whole entire room with the spine to say something.
It seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Called out the Bezos sponsorship. Called out the celebrities walking that carpet, pretending they didn't know who was funding the party. And in the same breath that Taraji was pulling back the curtain on the Met, word on the street is she opened a door on something way bigger. What Beyonce and Jay-Z are really doing with their 14-year-old daughter. Skeleton death dress, bridal coated blue, special exceptions, and drama pages running with the theory that Blue Ivy ain't just attending events no more, she's being prepared to replace her mother. Sit down, we getting into all of it. You gotta understand the setup. Beyonce had not been to the Met Gala in 10 years.
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her, and I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
The way she's posing, I'm like,
she was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready.
The last time she walked that carpet was 2016, when Blue was 4 years old. She comes back in 2026 as a co-chair, sitting alongside Anna Wintour, Venus Williams, Nicole Kidman. And the first thing she does is bring her 14-year-old daughter with her. Now, sis, the Met Gala has had a strict 18-plus policy. Maddie Ziegler got blocked from attending at 15. The rule exists because the event was deemed not appropriate for anyone under 18. But Blue Ivy got a special exception, granted largely because Mama was a co-chair, the youngest attendee at the Met Gala in over a decade, at an event that explicitly said no kids. And while Beyonce was walking her teenage daughter into an adults-only event, the man writing the biggest sponsorship check was Jeff Bezos. Variety literally called the 2026 Met Gala the Bezos Ball. The event pulled a record $42 million, $11 million more than last year, largely on the back of the Bezos contribution. That's when Taraji stepped in. She got on her Instagram story and posted content about Amazon workers facing precarious conditions, low wages, high injury rates. And she captioned it, "Enjoy the Met." 2 words. Read every soul in that room. Didn't tag nobody. Didn't need to. Every celebrity who walked that carpet caught it. Taraji wasn't having the silence. And here's what's wild. In January 2025, Taraji had defended Blue Ivy. When the internet was dragging Blue's Mufasa premiere gown for being too grown, Taraji went on Today with Jenna Bush Hager and said she thought Blue looked age appropriate. Said she looked like a princess. She was on the family's side. So when this same woman turned around at the 2026 Met and started throwing daggers, that shift means something. Something tells me Taraji has seen something, and she ain't pretending no more. Now let's get to the dress, because honey, the dress is where this story stops being about a teenager at a party and starts being about something else entirely. Beyonce's gown was designed by her longtime friend Olivier Rousteing.
The way that she honored the exhibit was the skeleton itself. The exhibition at the Met has a whole section where the inspiration for the piece was the skeleton. And then they also approached it from the art perspective. Now this piece is called the The Visitor, and this is from 1944 by Caroline Durieux, and it seems that Olivier Roustan and Beyonce wanted to honor her.
Inspired by a Creole artist from Louisiana named Caroline Durieux, specifically a 1944 piece called The Visitor. The dress featured a skeleton body in crystals, said to symbolize the beauty of mortality. The Visitor depicts a skeleton in a gown standing outside a door, ringing a doorbell. Drama pages are calling it a somber allegorical piece, a reminder of mortality. Beyonce wore death on that carpet, wore it bedazzled, wore it intentional. Now look who she was standing next to. Blue Ivy in a billowy cream white Balenciaga gown with a matching bomber, bridal coated all the way through. And Jay-Z? Jay-Z in a tux that online folks immediately clocked as matching his actual wedding day tux. Mama dressed as death, daughter dressed as a bride, daddy dressed for the wedding. Drop a bone in the comments if you caught the skeleton symbolism too, because online they've been saying that wasn't fashion. That was a ritual. Word on the street is the imagery wasn't accidental. Death dress, white dress, wedding tux. Passing the torch, the handoff. And once people started talking about rituals and symbolism, the older allegations against Beyonce came roaring back. Y'all remember Kimberly Thompson?
Within the Beyonce conversation, it was just this last year that her drummer of 7 years came and said that Beyonce was astral projecting to her, including her, and even molested her in the spirit.
Oh my God.
She said that Beyonce, through spiritual witchcraft technology, actually killed her dog.
What?
Yep. And tried to file a restraining order against Beyonce based off of Beyonce not honoring her spiritual boundaries.
Beyonce's drummer for 7 years. In 2018, she filed for a restraining order accusing Beyonce of practicing extreme witchcraft. The court documents, and these are real, you can pull them up, alleged Beyonce used dark magic spells of essay against a minor, claimed Beyonce tapped her phone calls, controlled her finances, and even unalived her kitten. The case eventually got dismissed when Thompson didn't appear in court, but those allegations have never died online. And the second Beyonce walked that carpet wearing a skeleton, drama pages started reposting the whole Thompson story all over again. And to a lot of folks online, the symbolism on that carpet wasn't a coincidence, it was a confirmation. But here's the theory that's running the loudest right now, the replacement theory. Look at the pattern. Jay-Z dropped Glory days after Blue was born and got her a Guinness World Record as the youngest person to ever appear on a Billboard chart. Time magazine called her the most famous baby in the world before she could even walk. At 8 years old, she won a Grammy for Brown Skin Girl. At 11, she was a backup dancer on the Renaissance tour. At 12, she voiced Kiara in Mufasa. Christmas Day, she performed at the Beyonce Bowl halftime show on Netflix. At 13, she had solo segments on the Cowboy Carter tour. At 14, she debuted at the Met Gala. Beyonce has framed her last few years as acts. Renaissance was Act 1. Cowboy Carter was Act 2. Act 3 is on the way. And the theory going around is Act 4 is Blue Ivy's solo era. The whole career has been a runway. The Glory record, the Grammy, the Mufasa role, the tours, the Met, these ain't milestones, they a curriculum. Drama Page has been calling Beyonce the new Kris Jenner, comparing the playbook beat for beat. And Tina Knowles herself, Blue's own grandmother, has publicly said her wish is for Blue not to go into the entertainment industry. Her own grandma said, leave that baby out the game. They didn't listen.
You know, my wish for her is that I wish that she would do something else. I hope that she doesn't go into entertainment. Just because I think it's a huge sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice on your life. But if she chooses to do it, I'm going to be right up at front, screaming and cheering, but hopefully she'll choose something else.
And on that carpet, Beyonce got teary. Cameras caught it. People online are saying that wasn't pride. That was the handoff moment. B told Vogue it felt surreal because her daughter was there. Said Blue looked so beautiful. Said, and this the part that got the internet talking, said she was ready. She is ready. Ready for what? And then the sunglasses moment told us everything we needed to know about who Blue Ivy is at 14. Beyonce's longtime publicist Yvette Noel Shear walked up and asked Blue to take the shades off. Blue ignored her. Stylist Ty Hunter walked up and asked. Blue ignored him. Jay-Z had to step up himself so his daughter could hear him over the cameras. Blue ignored him. 3 grown adults, including her own daddy, asked her to take some sunglasses off, and she said, "When I'm good and ready."
And apparently, Blue Ivy kept refusing to take off her sunglasses on the red carpet. And Beyonce's publicist kept saying, "Take off your sunglasses." Someone else on the carpet was saying, "Take off your sunglasses." They were like, "Jay, go get Blue to take off her sunglasses." He walks over. He's like, "Hey, can you take off your sunglasses?" And she's like, "What? No." Obviously, he's powerless over his adorable little daughter.
Online, they saying she already runs that household, already the boss. The handoff already happened. We just watching the rollout. So here's where we land. Beyonce made a 14-year-old the youngest person at an 18+ event, dressed her in bridal white standing next to a death gown, while Jeff Bezos wrote the check and Taraji P. Henson was the only one in that room willing to call any of it out. Witchcraft allegations resurfacing. Tina Knowles ignored. Blue Ivy unbothered. Beyonce crying. The handoff in progress. Tell me what you think. Was Taraji right? Is this exploitation? Is it the handoff? Is it something deeper? Drop your theory in the comments, hit that like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, baddies.